Hello friends, it's Kristine Vicente from Queen City Stamp Art, and I'm back this week with another Sale-A-Bration freebie to showcase one of the wonderful free items you can get from the Sale-A-Bration sale through Stampin' Up. So this week we're going to be taking a closer look at the Wonderful World stamp set and Wonderful World 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. Now this is something you can earn free at the $100 level. You can choose this as your freebie. Or you could choose two of the $50 level freebies. But today we're talking about this particular Wonderful World. And as you can see from the flyer, there are some just beautiful samples for using this stamp set. Now this stamp set is a cling mount stamp set. It's red rubber and they cling to the block. You get 5 images, the 3 big flowers and then a couple of little leaf images. And you would need, of course, some sentiments to go with this, but of course any sentiments from your stamp stash would do. And I'm actually going to be making a card today that uses the a sentiment from the, the Art Gallery stamp set in the annual catalog. They have great, very clean fonts in that stamp set, and I like to use it when I need a sentiment for the front of my card. So in addition to the stamp set, when you spend $100, you also get this gorgeous paper that coordinates with the stamp set. So I wanted to give you a closer look at the different patterns. So there's this pretty floral, and there's this floral, and this one is really fun because I'm going to show you a couple of card ideas. So for this one of the fun things you can do is use the punch, it's like a postage stamp almost, kind of rectangle with like a little postal edge. You can use that to punch some of the flowers out from the paper itself and create a card. I just kind of whipped a couple of cards up quick so I could show you some variations of what you can do with this wonderful Designer Series paper. And this is one of the cards. So of course I'll take pictures of these cards and put them at Queen City Stamp Art under the projects tab for this particular video. And so there's this pattern. Then there's also this gorgeous pattern with some more little florals. Another beautiful floral. The colors are so pretty. I know a lot of the colors are like pinks and purples and plums. Just really, really gorgeous. This one also has some of the new in colors. It's got the Starry Sky and the Orchid Opulence. And then this is another one of my favorites. I just think that's so pretty. And then when you flip the papers over, the neutral sides are gorgeous too. You've got a beautiful one that would coordinate with polished pink. You've got this really pretty little tulip pattern. This is rich razzleberry. Again, Orchid Opulence. And this is crushed curry. But also you've got some beautiful greens, I would say like garden green or old olive. Just really, really, really beautiful neutrals, even if you don't love the big, bold florals. Now, this piece is especially fun to do fussy cutting. And so I use this piece to create this card where I cut one of the flowers out just with my scissors and use the use some dimensional adhesive to kind of pop it up off the front. I used a panel of vellum here. Uh-oh, my cat's coming. I used a panel of vellum here and an embossed background. And then this image, this sentiment is from the Inspired Thoughts stamp set. Ooh, sorry about that. No kitty. And then one of the things I wanted to point out about this card is it has some really fun sequins that I used. So the For Everything Fancy sequins can be found in the annual catalog. These sequins are gorgeous, and I don't know that many people have seen them because you kind of miss them. They're in a box and they're kind of in the back, but you get 3 beautiful containers filled with gorgeous sequin mix in blue, green, and pink. And I just think these are lovely for shaker cards. They're gorgeous if you like having a variety of sequins, but you would need dots of glue. Good grief, sorry about that. You would need dots of glue to adhere them because they are not self-stick. So that is one of the drawbacks of these, but it's not to me. I really love them anyway. So anyway, that's another card sample. And again, a photo of that will be on the Queen City Stamp Art website so you can have a closer look at it. So let's get into the card for today. So today's card is going to use this little rose stamp set, this little rose image, and we're going to be using the Starry Sky ink pad for the sentiment. we're going to be doing we're going to color directly on the rubber stamp for this one. And the design layout for this card is one of my sketches. And so if you haven't been to the Queen City Stamp Art website in a while, there's a new tab on the website called Sketchbook. And I started publishing some of my sketch ideas, and you can find them there if you need inspiration. So this is sketch number 2 that we're going to be using. And it's really, really fun. And those sketches, of course, are just free. They're just to help you feel a little bit more inspired if you're having like a stamper's block or a day where you just can't seem to find your stamping mojo. Those happen to me too. And so for this card, I decided I would just use sketch number 2 and just kind of show you how it works. So I use this, when I create the sketches, they're all very solid looking, but you can really mix and match all kinds of patterns or textures in those designs and come up with all kinds of different cards. So for this one, we're going to use this little rectangle here. This measures about 2 by 4.5. And then we are going to do a little bit of stamping. So we're going to stamp the sentiment on here using the Starry Sky. This is one of the new in colors for 2022-23. And these photopolymers are so nice because they just, you can stamp them so easily by being able to see through them. So to stamp the image, what we're going to do is take some regular Stampin' Write markers, and the new in colors have a set of 5 markers that you can get to get all of the colors. And so we're going to use the brush tip. We're also going to be using Daffodil Delight and Old Olive to color in this rose. Now normally I would just color the flowers solid, whatever color I'm doing, but because some of the flowers have a yellow center, I thought I would mimic that. So we're going to give this a little brush in the center of the yellow. And then I'm going to take the brush and I'm just going to color kind of around that area. And we're just going to do it with this beautiful starry or Orchid Opulence color. And I'm just using the edge of the brush just to color in the whole thing. Then we're going to use the Old Olive to get the leaves. And I think the main green in the paper is Mossy Meadow, but this Old Olive works really good to kind of mimic that. It's almost like a lighter version. Now that it's colored in, I'm just going to hit that yellow center again a little bit. And I'm just going to breathe on it. And I'm going to stamp it down where I want it. So I'm going to stamp it here to the side. Oh, that came out good. And then I'm going to use some dimensional adhesive to pop up this particular panel. It's just a little panel, a little circle that I die cut using the Stylish Shapes dies. So it has that little stitched border. And I'm popping that up. It's in Orchid Opulence color. And I'm going to just stick that here. And then we're going to layer the sentiment on there as well. I like this sketch. You can use it with a lot of different stamp sets and certainly a lot of different sentiments. And it's a nice way to showcase designer series paper too. So we're going to add that like that. And then I have some of the twine. This is the twine pack for the new in colors. So I've got the twine in the Orchid Opulence too, which is always fun to get the coordinating twine. And I'm just going to make a little bow here just to stick onto the underneath that sentiment. Just like that. And then to finish this one, I think we'll pull in some of these pretty iridescent rhinestones. I love these because they take on the color of everything that they're used with. So even though they might look a little bit pink and yellow, they actually kind of pick up the other colors. So they look really pretty on really any card front. Just put that one there. And so that's the card for today. So So I hope you enjoyed the card and the other samples that I shared. I'll bring those back in. These were really, really fun. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up because that helps YouTube know to share it. And if you enjoy my channel, please feel free to subscribe. And please visit QueenCityStampArt.com and you'll be able to see the sketchbook that I mentioned and get some additional inspiration. Thanks so much for watching.